One of the things that we know about the sustainability crisis is that it's actually a crisis in sort of every aspect of our lives, right? It's not just that we're doing one or two things wrong, we're doing almost everything wrong. Fundamentally, the most important thing is not necessarily what we do day to day, but the choices that we're making on any given day about how we're shaping our life as a whole. And especially when you're a student, you're having all sorts of opportunities to learn new things, to try new things, to mold your career in the future. And it's really, far more important that each of us in the big things in our lives starts to address sustainability, social justice, economic innovation, than that we become too obsessed about the small things. We have never had as many smart people trying to work on these sorts of problems as we do now. And we have the capacity, I think, to make some pretty dramatic changes when we actually focus on it. So, there are aspects of the way we do things that have changed really quickly. Take, for instance, architecture and construction. Just 10 years ago, talking about doing green building was, something that only like straw bale hippies out in Arizona did, right? And now it's almost industry standard to build more efficient homes, to, use more recycled materials, to cut down on waste, to try and build in passive heating and cooling and natural light. I mean, all of these things have become really kind of, fundamental to the profession of architecture and to the construction trades. I don't think universities are doing enough. I think that many universities have come an awfully long way in a very short period of time. But unfortunately, we're also in this situation where the bar is rising rapidly about what enough is. I think that we need to really be thinking about, institutions that are zero impact. So not only carbon neutral, but also, that are producing no waste, that are, managing the land that they control in a long-term management style, that are encouraging the interactions that they have with the community and with students and so forth to themselves be sustainable, right? Because a lot of universities have kind of focused only on their own operations, right? So our buildings or our, maintenance service or whatever is carbon neutral, but then they don't even count the fact that maybe 20,000 students drive to school every day, right? And I think we need to broaden that perspective and kind of count more stuff and really hold the standards higher. And I think that the upside of that is that will ultimately mean that the students who attend those universities and the faculty doing research there and so forth are all, in fact, learning how to do new stuff much more quickly, right? I think there's nothing but upside there eventually. But I do think that, we need to try a little harder and that there's going to be some short-term pain in doing that.